No matter how much you prepare yourself, you can never be fully ready for sailing in the ocean.
Whoa! That's awesome! What a breach! Well, that breach was incredible. The shark came rocketing out of the water and then with a huge splash comes back down again.
From eerie encounters with mysterious objects to astonishing survival stories.
Oh my gosh, this shark is massive!
She's here!
Oh, she's coming out right now! Biggest shark I've ever seen in my life.
The sea never fails to surprise. Buckle up into these jaw-dropping stories that blur the line between reality and mystery.
That's the biggest thing I've ever seen.
What you see isn't always what you get. Take this wild story, for example. During a trip to Antarctica, some tourists decided to closely examine the water from their inflatable boat. Suddenly, a scaly creature appeared, moving ominously under the boat. It looked like a crocodile covered in strange scales, which left everyone terrified. Footage of this encounter went viral and sparked wild theories of Godzilla or a mythical beast. However, reality soon set in as the second part of the footage revealed it was just a whale covered in barnacles. Although Antarctica holds many secrets and mythical creatures, this one was just an ordinary whale. UFO dive. This footage might be the most convincing footage of a UFO. Some Spanish fishermen were out at sea, minding their own business, when they suddenly heard the roar of fighter jets overhead. To their shock, the jets were chasing an unknown craft. Then, right in front of them, a massive UFO appeared, floating in the air before it dove into the ocean's depths. Shortly after, a military helicopter advised them to leave the area. The fishermen were rattled, and when their footage hit the internet, it sparked a storm of theories. Was this a real UFO sighting, or is there another explanation? Either way, it was one wild story that'll keep you guessing. What's your take on this mysterious encounter? Jumping shark. Expect the unexpected when you're on the open water. A researcher in Wellfleet, Massachusetts had a heart-stopping encounter.
I think I see him there.
While standing on a vessel with a stick, a white shark suddenly jumped out of the water with its mouth wide open, aiming right at him. Fortunately, the boat had special safety grills that kept him safe.
See that? Man!
The shark was undeterred and circled the boat before finally swimming away after a brief chase. The researcher shook to the core and headed back to the deck to process what he had just witnessed.
What?
Right up! And opened his mouth right at my feet.
Did you guys see that?
It reminded us of just how wild and unpredictable the ocean can be. Skyfall mystery. Ever wonder what it's like when the sky throws a surprise party? A family from Jangkar Beach in East Java, Indonesia got quite the show in 2021. While filming the ocean, they spotted something out of this world. A massive anchor-shaped object descending from the sky, trailing smoke as it plummeted into the sea. This strange black UFO-like thing vanished beneath the waves shortly after it splashed down. When the footage hit the internet, theories went wild. Was it a damaged UFO or just a rocket re-entering the atmosphere? Either way, it surely had its impact on the internet. What's your take on this mysterious skydive? Slamming shark.
Seals.
A group of friends were checking out some seals on a boat near Tasmania's north coast when they had the scare of a lifetime. Out of nowhere, a massive great white shark about 3.5 to 4 meters long slammed into their boat. The impact was hard enough to shake the vessel, but thankfully everyone was safe. The The shark quickly left the scene, and the group decided they'd had enough excitement for one day. They headed back to the beach to inspect their boat. Fortunately, the boat was unharmed by the encounter. A wild adventure, but one they're glad ended safely. Ocean screams. Ever wrapped up a day at sea only to hear eerie calls from the deep? That's exactly what happened to a sailor who, as he was heading back to shore, was startled by strange, haunting sounds echoing from the ocean's depths. It was as if something or someone was trying to reach out to him.
We're chilling. We're out here chilling. I hear it. I hear him. Where's she at?
Was it the mythical sirens or mermaids from old legends, known for luring sailors to their doom?
That noise, bro. What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it.
Or perhaps it was just playful dolphins making their usual noises? Whatever the source, being alone in the vast ocean with these mysterious sounds must have been a spine-chilling experience. Sea lion spectacle. In 2018, the ocean treated a group of tourists to an incredible show. They were enjoying the salty breeze when suddenly they found themselves surrounded by sea lions. But that wasn't all. The footage also captured dozens of humpback whales joining in. These amazing whales teamed up with the sea lions in a rare feeding frenzy, diving into schools of anchovies. The tour guide mentioned that witnessing such an event is a rare treat, offering a wild and thrilling experience for everyone. Moments like these remind us of the amazing spectacles the ocean can provide. Hovering UFO. Back in June 2021, strange footage was captured in an Alaskan national park. Sailors spotted what seemed to be a massive UFO hovering just above the water's surface. The video went viral, with many claiming it was definitive proof of an alien encounter. But hold on, after some digging, it turns out this wasn't an alien invasion at all. It was actually a distorted island mirage known as a fata morgana. This type of mirage appears just above the horizon, significantly distorting objects already there. So the mysterious UFO was merely a visual trick, reminding us that sometimes things aren't always what they seem. Silent encounter. A guy was out there on his surfboard minding his own business when suddenly a massive orca appeared out of nowhere and slipped under his board. Seeing this massive creature, he was frozen with fear and didn't dare to move a muscle. Orca just hung around checking out the surfboard, but did not cause any trouble. After a heart-pounding moment, Orca calmly disappeared back into the ocean and left the surfer both stoked and relieved. He carried on his surfing with one crazy story to share and a memory he'll never forget. Unlikely team up. Nature's surprises are the best kind. Have a look at this. While fishing off the coast of Cape Town, a group of fishermen witnessed an extraordinary display. Out of nowhere, hundreds of dolphins began swirling in the water under their boat.
The whole super all coming together. Look at this.
It was unclear at first what was happening. Then, to their surprise, they realized a whale was giving birth right before their eyes.
Where's that whale gone?
He's there.
These dolphins were more than just onlookers. They were like bodyguards, swimming around to keep any potential threats away.
No way. Never, ever in my entire life.
Their actions made sure the mom whale and her baby stayed safe. It goes to show how amazing nature is, and how even unlikely friends can come together to help each other in tough times. Nature's raw power. This is why orcas are called killer whales. In 2021, incredible footage captured an orca leaping about 15 feet in the air while chasing a dolphin in Mexico's Gulf of California. The video, shared by a fisherman, showed the hunted dolphin jumping out of the ocean, followed by a much larger whale. The killer whale totally smacked into its prey in midair, sending the dolphin flying back into the water, and then it pulled off this epic leap above the surface. It was nature's power in full display. Whale's surprise. Imagine kayaking solo and getting an unexpected VIP visit from a whale. That's exactly what happened to a 60-year-old man in the Pacific Ocean. While enjoying his peaceful ride, a massive whale with its mouth wide open appeared out of nowhere, almost swallowing the kayak whole. The man seemed thrilled by this close call and shared the footage online, where it quickly went viral. Experts suggested the whale was likely hunting when it came so close. Thankfully, it didn't turn the man into a snack. Sometimes the ocean's surprises are a bit too up close and personal. Frenzy feast. In the ocean, every end is a new beginning. A team of marine researchers experienced an oceanic thriller while studying basking sharks. They found themselves in the middle of a dramatic scene, a massive feeding frenzy. Sharks and seabirds were eagerly descending on a whale carcass, creating a captivating, if eerie, spectacle. This was no ordinary day at sea. The exact time of the whale's demise was unknown, but the sight of nature's feast was mesmerizing. Though the frenzy might send chills down anyone's spine, it showcased nature's cycle in its most primal form. Orca dominance. In 2024, there was some unbelievable footage that did the rounds. It showed a great white shark switching from predator to prey. It was a 60-year-old grandmother orca that stole the show, proving exactly why they're called killer whales. The orca charged at the shark, and her precision was spot on. These massive animals grow nearly 30 feet long and weigh 6 tons, and are often more powerful than white sharks. They usually hunt in groups, but it seemed like climate change could be making them hunt solo. And get this, orcas have been getting more aggressive lately, attacking boats near Portugal and Morocco. Whale ride. Want to see the true meaning of the ride of a lifetime? Check this out, a man riding on a mighty whale. 2 boaters were kayaking in the middle of the ocean, enjoying their day, when they spotted some whales.
Mira. Esa se nos fue. Se viene a morder el remo.
They started filming, but what happened next was mind-blowing. One of the whales decided to give them the ride of their life by lifting them along with their kayak.
Mira, 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 terrible, terrible, terrible. Mira, 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 tenemos dos. Mantener el equilibrio.
It was an unforgettable experience. These gentle giants are no threat to humans, and sometimes come close enough for moments like this. Nature's rides are the wildest, no doubts about this. Corey Vrekren Whirlpool. Ever wonder what it's like to stare into the abyss? Well, these journalists did just that. In the Gulf of Corey Vekton, they were cruising along when they came face to face with a massive whirlpool spinning like a giant washing machine at high speed. This whirlpool may look stunning, but it's actually very dangerous. The currents can be super strong, reaching over 10 knots, and the waves can get as high as 9 meters. It's even said that the roar of such whirlpools can be heard miles away in the area. There are legends that say that sailors who dared to get closer were sucked into the depths and lost forever. Luckily, those tourists came back home safe. Tail tactics. Orcas are smart. They don't just rely on massive slams to put down their prey, they use their tails too. Check this out. Incredible footage captured by a diver showed an orca taking down a stingray. Not with a slam, but with a slap. A tail slap. It first swam around the prey, analyzed it, and then decided to take it down with its tail. The blow was massive and precise, and neutralized the stingray in just one blow. This showed that orcas are not just powerful, but strategic hunters. In the ocean, it's all about brains and brawn. So next time you're diving, keep an eye out. You might witness some clever marine maneuvers. Whales meditation.
My heart is beating so fast.
A boater in his transparent craft had an incredible encounter. A massive whale gracefully surfaced. Its tail was slicing through the water. Seeing this, he moved closer and discovered a heartwarming scene. A tiny baby whale was swimming alongside its gigantic parent. Curious about this peaceful interaction, he learned from experts that this might be a form of whale meditation.
And the little baby's just swimming around it.
Among old sperm whales, there's a unique sleeping habit known as vertical sleeping. This method allows them to conserve energy while still coming up for air. Now, that's a clever bedtime routine for these ocean giants. This serene moment offers a glimpse into the fascinating behaviors of marine life. Shark encounter. These scuba divers got the scare of their life when a hungry shark came straight for their legs. While filming underwater, they spotted a terrifying shark heading right towards them. The other divers tried to steer it away by pushing it with their gear, but the shark went straight for one diver's leg and tried to munch on it. Thankfully, the shark didn't follow through. Maybe it didn't like the taste of the diver's flippers. This heart-pounding moment was a close call, showing just how unpredictable the ocean can be. Orca's lesson. This is what happens when you ignore warning signs. Some kayakers were advised not to boat in the sea due to shark reports in the area, but they didn't listen. While out on the water, a massive orca jumped about 15 feet out of the water and landed near one of the kayakers, giving them the scare of their lives. Fortunately, the boater was safe. This encounter taught them an important lesson. Always heed the warning signs. And thanks to the orca, the shark stayed away, turning a near disaster into a valuable experience. So next time you've thought of kayaking, better heed to warning signs first. Meg attack. In 2013, on a chill night in the Atlantic Ocean, a bunch of friends were recording the moon's reflection on the water. Then, things got crazy. Out of nowhere, a huge whale swam past, and just when they thought things couldn't get any weirder, an enormous fish emerged from the deep, making the whale look tiny. The fish lifted the whale and dragged it down into the depths. This extraordinary sighting sparked wild theories. Some speculated it was the legendary megalodon, claiming this as definitive proof of its existence, while others dismissed the footage as clever editing. The argument continued, and it makes you think about all the hidden mysteries in the deep sea. Tuna surprise. What's the biggest dream of a fisherman? Catching the biggest fish, right? Well, this fisher hit the jackpot with a pool of tuna fish. After 3 days of no luck, they finally struck gold. One of them spotted a massive school of tuna right under their boat. Thousands of them.
Get him, touch him!
Without wasting a moment, they grabbed a net and started scooping up the tuna. But why were so many tuna on the surface all of a sudden? Turns out it was a shark-beating frenzy. When these predators attack, the tuna comes up to the surface like this.
I have never seen anything like this. This is crazy.
Thankfully, he didn't scoop up a shark. Otherwise, things could have ended badly in the video. Seal squid. Humans aren't the only ones who throw things. Seals can do that too. Have a look at this one.
Underwater?
Some kayakers were out enjoying their ride when they spotted seals swimming nearby.
No way!
Naturally, one of them started recording it, and then out of nowhere, a seal popped up near the boat and slapped a squid right onto one of the kayakers' faces before darting away. It was like the seal had planned the whole thing. This hilarious and unexpected encounter showed just how unpredictable and funny nature can be. So, next time you're out on the water, keep your camera ready. Who knows what wild surprise awaits? Shark Bay Feast. Ever seen 70 tiger sharks going wild? Check out this drone footage from Shark Bay, Australia. where tourists stumbled upon a feeding frenzy on a gone humpback whale. This sight was literally out of a horror flick. The crystal clear water was red. This horror showdown was in the Shark Bay, located 500 miles north of Perth. And this place is famous for its huge marine life, including whales, sharks, and dolphins. The sight of these massive predators tearing into their prey from above was truly jaw-dropping. After witnessing this spectacle, you might think twice before taking a dip in Shark Bay. Bubbling mystery. The Danish Defense Command released a captivating video footage in 2022, showcasing mysterious bubbles emerging from the Baltic Sea's depths, hinting at a possible massive underwater breach. The plot thickened when it was revealed these were gas leaks from the Nord Stream pipelines, crucial conduits for transporting gas between Russia and Europe. Both pipelines experienced significant leaks simultaneously, stirring speculation among analysts. Was this a mere coincidence, or could it have been an act of deliberate sabotage? The mystery deepened, turning this incident into a real-life thriller. Questions abound about who could be responsible and their motives, leaving us entangled in a gripping whodunit mystery that continues to unfold. Ghostly sailor. In 2016, a group of sailors stumbled upon an eerie sight while cruising the ocean. A derelict boat was drifting aimlessly. Seeing this, curiosity led them aboard, where they were stunned to find a mummified sailor inside, perfectly preserved by the salty sea air. But the question is, who was this sailor? It turns out to be Manfred Bugerat, who had been missing since 2009. Authorities were alerted and an investigation followed. While some think he may have suffered a heart attack, the true cause of his death remains shrouded in mystery. This eerie find raises so many questions and gives a maritime lore a spooky new story. Just remember, the sea holds on to its secrets tight. Floating house. While sailing, a group of sailors noticed an unusual object floating in the ocean. As they approached, they were astounded to see it just wasn't debris. It was an entire house floating in the middle of the sea. The sight was as baffling as it was astonishing. How did a house end up adrift in the ocean? The online community buzzed with theories. Some suggested it might have been swept away by powerful winds, much like a leaf in a storm, while some said it might have ended up there due to flooding. Whatever the explanation, this bizarre discovery serves as a reminder of the ocean's ability to surprise and mystify. Truly, you never know what you might find in the vast, unpredictable blue. Pumice Sea. Sailors in the southwestern Pacific Ocean near Australia had their jaws drop when they spotted something truly surreal. Instead of your usual marine debris, they found a colossal raft of pumice floating on the water, covering an area as big as 200 football fields. This pumice raft was a result of underwater volcanic activity near Tonga and was a rare sight, even though similar events occur every few years. For the sailors, this massive floating sea of rocks was an unforgettable encounter. It was a vivid reminder of the powerful and unpredictable forces lurking beneath the ocean's surface. Flying boat. A man standing on the beach spotted something bizarre, a boat in the sea, but not floating. It was flying high up in the air. He recorded this mind-blowing footage and uploaded it online. The video quickly went viral, with many believing the boat was cursed or magical. Skeptics suggested it might be an edit, but experts analyzed the footage and confirmed it was legit. They concluded it was more likely a mirage than a curse. This optical illusion is known as Fata Morgana. It can make objects appear to float above the horizon. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts down below. Hammerhead chase. Imagine being chased by a hammerhead shark in the middle of the ocean when nobody is around. Chilling, right? That's what happened to this boater while kayaking. At first, he didn't notice the massive hammerhead, but once he did, the shark was already in hot pursuit. Panicked, he started smacking his paddle into the water, trying to escape. The shark kept coming again and again, forcing him to hit it every time it got too close. After dozens of desperate smacks, the shark finally disappeared, probably accepting its defeat. Thankfully, the size of the shark wasn't too big, otherwise it might not have ended well. What are your comments on this wild encounter? Kraken's egg.
Was this some sort of encrusting sponge?
In 2023, scientists stumbled upon a golden orb on the ocean floor off the coast of Alaska. A remote-controlled submarine discovered this strange object about 2 miles deep. With a skin-like texture, the orb sparked curiosity and wild theories. Some speculated it could be the eggs of legendary sea creatures like the Kraken. Scientists intrigued by this mysterious find suctioned the orb through a pipe to conduct lab tests. As they examine it, the world eagerly awaits their findings. Could this be an undiscovered marine species, or just another deep-sea enigma? Stay tuned to see what the scientists come up with. Shark frenzy. This group of fishers was in for a big catch, only to find out nature had other plans. They were hunting for tuna off the coast of Louisiana and had just that experience. While scanning the water, they noticed a huge commotion. Assuming it was a school of tuna, they grabbed their nets. But surprise! It was a frenzy of sharks thrashing in the water. Not a tuna boil. One man captured the chaotic scene on camera, recounting how they almost threw their nets in. Good thing they didn't. Otherwise, they would have had sharks on deck instead of tuna. Nature's surprises keep us on our toes, that's for sure. Rescue miracle. In 2017, 2 American women and their dogs were spotted randomly floating in the Pacific Ocean. And you know what was crazy? They were floating there for over 5 months straight.
It was very depressing and it was very hopeless.
The ladies set sail for Hawaii to Tahiti with their dogs, but disaster struck early. A storm broke their mast and swamped their motor and destroyed their communication system, leaving them adrift in the vast Pacific. Despite daily distress signals, they remained unseen until a Taiwanese fishing boat found them 900 miles southeast of Japan. The U.S. Navy's USS Ashland then rescued them, pulling the dogs to safety too. They survived on water purifiers and a year's supply of dry food. Sometimes perseverance truly pays off. Ocean survivor. Imagine being lost at sea for 49 days with no food, no water, and no way to steer. That's what happened to a 19-year-old Aldi Novel Adlick. Blistering winds snapped the rope anchoring his fishing vessel, sending him drifting 1,200 miles from Indonesia to near Guam. With supplies gone, Aldi survived by catching fish and filtering seawater through his shirt. Countless ships passed by, but after 7 weeks, a massive tanker finally saw his distress signals. Aldi jumped into the open ocean and swam towards the ship, where crew members pulled him to safety. This incredible rescue showed the power of human resilience. Sometimes hope is all you need to keep going. What would you do in his shoes? Lost voyage. It had been 3 months since this Australian man and his dog had seen any other person after getting lost at sea. In 2023, a 54-year-old man set off from Mexico's Baja Peninsula, aiming for French Polynesia. But just weeks into the journey, bad weather knocked out their electricity. With provisions running out, he and his dog survived on raw fish. Their catamaran was finally spotted by a helicopter from a tuna fishing company. The crew tossed him a drink and sent a speedboat with water and medical attention. He looked forward to reuniting with his family in Australia. Sometimes the toughest voyages bring the sweetest homecomings. What's the most unexpected journey you've ever taken?
I departed Mexico on...
Where from Mexico?
La Paz.
Lagoon landing. In 2018, Air Naguni released footage of U.S. Navy sailors conducting a sweep of a downed Air Naguni flight in Chuk Lagoon, Micronesia. The Boeing 737-800 was carrying 47 passengers and crew and crashed into the sea just short of the runway. In poor visibility, the plane landed 475 feet from its intended target. The video showed sailors walking on the partially submerged wing and inspecting the waterlogged cabin. Remarkably, all passengers survived, with 6 taken to the hospital in stable condition. This incident serves as a reminder of how quickly a routine landing can turn into a battle of survival. What are your thoughts on this close call? Ice chest survivor.
Tranquilo, tranquilo, vamos a rescatarte.
Imagine finding a man in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, surviving with just an ice chest. Sounds chilling, right? But that's what happened when sailors discovered Raymundo, a fisherman stranded for 8 days after Hurricane Polo hit his boat. Adrift with nothing but a cooler for shelter, Raymundo managed to survive by catching turtles and birds. When the rescuers found him, they quickly brought him aboard, providing much-needed food and shelter. From drifting on a cooler to being saved, his journey was a true oceanic adventure. Shark encounter.
Tiger shark!
When the sea speaks, listen to it carefully. Off the windward side of Oahu, a kayaker had an unexpected visitor. He was paddling along when he heard a bubbling sound. Looking underwater, he was shocked to see something large and brown next to the kayak, which he first thought was a whale. Then he realized it was a tiger shark trying to bite the side of his kayak. Quick on his feet, he used his foot to push the shark's head away. The shark soon faded from view.
Tiger shark ran me.
Kayaker continued his journey back to shore. Sometimes the sea throws surprises your way. It's all about how you handle them. Let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Now it's time for an open discussion. Could this be the legendary megalodon? Some sailors and fishermen were cruising in the Pacific Ocean. They set bait hoping for a big catch, but what they got was astonishing. A great white shark over 80 feet long leaped out of the water for the bait. The sheer size of this shark was so immense it didn't fully emerge from the water. This jaw-dropping footage quickly spread online, with some claiming it was a megalodon or something close to it. The shark vanished back into the depths, leaving behind a flurry of speculation. Was this a glimpse of an ancient giant, or just a colossal great white? What do you think? Share your thoughts below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Share in the comments and do like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.